before we get started with episode 86 of Superstar Spotlight, I want to thank the great sponsors, my great homies. Shout out Ian30, who's always out here making my intros, the outros, the Facebook clips, the Instagram reels, all that good stuff is all Ian's work. He does some cool stuff for ICW and a couple superstars on the indie scene. Hit up Ian, get something cool made by a good kid. We also got the Skittle Squad. Shout out Lil Skittle. Yardcore 4 is in the air. June, hit up Skittle, hit up me. We will get you there. Also, don't forget to join the Discord. Skittle's out here doing some crazy stuff. So be a part of something you might be missing out on. We also got Pookie wrestlers outside the Canadian region. Shout out Pookie, who makes all these great, cool Pookie-fied wrestlers, just like this one right here. Soon to be in the sticker form soon. Pookie actually made me a second design, so there might be a sticker pack coming soon, because I got a lot of designs in the chamber that need to be released out there to the world. We also got the Bocce Boys. Shout out Hammer and the crew. I got the flag right behind me. I got the Bocce shirts. You can also get some cool apparel too at thebotcheboys.com. Stickers, pins, shirts, hoodies, hats. They got it all over there. And last but not least, I always got to shout out the homie Beat Up Photos. Shout out Beckett Up doing the damn thing. Get a cool photographer and do the cool photographer thing. And my guest for the evening, I originally thought this man was going to be so busy lately with the run he has been on, doing commentary for GCW, absolutely killing it out there. And if you don't know who I'm talking about the man, the myth, the KOBK, the MOSE is here in the Soup Kitchen Studios. What is up, MOSE? How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm bummed. I should be in Philly right now, but snowed in. There was literally no way to get out into the main road, so just had to eat it. But cabin fever aside, doing well.
That is good. Hey, listen, sometimes though, especially with the weather, sometimes you do gotta miss that booking. It sucks. I have
Yes.
done that a couple times and I was not happy because I was like, there goes my weekend plans. God damn it. And now you're just housebound figuring out what to do. But I am glad I got you here, Mose, because we got quite a few questions from the lovely fans and myself. So I am ready if you are.
Let's do it,
Let's
please.
do this. So I usually kick it off with this one. Mose, what made you want to be a part of wrestling and any memory of your first ever wrestling show you were ever a part of?
Yeah, so WrestleMania 14 was the show that I watched that I vividly remember being like, I'm in on this wrestling thing. Everything about it, the dumpster match, Stone Cold Steve Austin, all that. So from that would have been 98. So I'm about to be 8 years old at the time. And then I stayed with wrestling for a minute. As a fan, I got out a little bit in the 2000s, like mid 2000s, and then I got what made me want to get into wrestling was just actually talking to a friend from high school who has a smaller promotion in Tennessee when I was about to graduate college. And just hearing about, because I had only had 100% fan brain. If you'd asked me anything about wrestling, it would have been 100% fan answer like that. It just, the idea of behind the scenes wasn't even. So I learned quick when I got to be a part of it. All these things that, man, like again, like I never thought about. But yeah, definitely WrestleMania 14, Stone Cold Steve Austin, like Attitude Era, and then the same buddy, the one that had the promotion, he actually introduced me to independent wrestling. I had no, again, small town Tennessee. I had no idea about anything about independent wrestling, and he turned me on to like Ring of Honor, probably in like '07, '06, '07.
Isn't it crazy to think that you can now say you worked for them?
It is. Then that's the stuff that like I never. I've always had goals. I'm a big goal orientated guy. I've always been that way because when I wasn't in my early 20s, I felt like I fell apart. I wasn't doing well. Made some bad decisions. So the goal of has always been kind of like get better. Work in some cool states. Kind of like I guess very obtainable goals. So the idea that, yeah, like I got to be a part of some Ring of Honor stuff, and then the day of that pay-per-view, that's just such a really cool memory that all, like, if it all goes away today, that was a really special thing that I never ever would have guessed.
Absolutely. I remember just seeing like Tank and freaking Jaden, and then I heard your voice, and I was like, oh my god, the homies have done it. Like, I was so happy. And that'll
Yeah.
actually now bring me to this question, Mose. You talk about some goals. Actually, continue real quick before I get onto this question here.
No, no, I was
You
gonna
were going to
say,
say
yeah,
something, I heard.
it was, yeah, because it was, there was a time before the show in Arizona when we weren't sure who was doing commentary, what was going to happen. So for it to come together, like you're saying, with some people like Jaden, like Tank, guys that I've known for years, was really special.
Absolutely. And that now brings me to this question here, Mose. We talk about goals. Do you still have some goals on your wrestling repertoire? If you got any, list them off.
Really, at this point, it's just I want to keep getting better. I know that's kind of like not the most exciting answer. Outside of that, it's international. I'd love to do some commentary internationally. I forget. I think I'm up to state 24 or 25, something
Oh my
like
god,
that.
halfway there.
Yeah, yeah. So keep adding states, but I mean, yeah. Other than just keep. I feel like I'm really, locked in right now because of all the GCW, because of all the amount of shows. I guess the last 6 months, it's to get better, but right there with it for sure. To do Japan that'd be really cool.
That would be a big one. I would love to see Mose in Japan. And I also got this one here, Mose. You talk about doing the commentaries. Fan submitted question, our first one of the night. What is some advice you'd give to someone who is starting to do commentary? Like me, I'm actually 2 years deep in the commentaries.
Um, Reps, the most reps you can get. I know it's tough. A lot of places have their people. So it can be tough. I lucked out. I mean, it's terrible to say it that way. Like it was COVID. I mean, COVID. I say I lucked out because I lucked out in a sense that this once in a like, what, who would have thought the world would have kind of slowed down like that, and these kind of opportunities open. So the luck, I guess, came in my want of I'll go anywhere. You know what I mean? Like any opportunity. So reps, you want to work as many shows as you can. You want to just keep um keep a mindset though on those reps, that they're good reps, right? Find your voice, tell your stories. Try not to make it as much about the jokes, this and that. So it's always reps. I have a couple people, younger commentators that'll message me, and it's just try to do reps, even if it's reps at home. And like call some matches, maybe like. There were times when I just was itching to, I was itching to stay brain active with it. That like I'll just listen to commentary while I'm driving. I'll listen to some really good commentary while I'm driving. So just try to stay active. I've called matches at home when I've had, back when I wasn't as active. I had a couple months off or a couple weeks off. I would just throw some wrestling I wasn't familiar with on and just kind of, do it. So, yeah, reps, and just be always thinking with your wrestler brain, when you're in there.
Oh, 100%. And I feel like one of my biggest things though with wrestling, and it's still because I mix. It's. I feel like it's a mix of the weed and just there's too many goddamn moves in wrestling to remember. So I'm over here like, oh yeah, that's an enziguri, and they're like, no, that's a uranagi, and I'm like, god damn it.
Well, I would say, yeah, with that is definitely the emotion is always going to be more important than the move name. So, like, if you're not sure what the move name is, try to find your version or your voice of getting that moment as high impact or as over as you can make it, because I'm the worst about, I know what a move's called, and sometimes I won't say it because I'm so like, I don't want to mess it up. I don't want to mess your brand up. I mean, like, it's funny you mentioned Jaden. There's been times I've ring announced for Jaden, down in TWE, and I've gone to him and been like, it's Jade Newman, right? And he's like, yeah, okay. I want to make sure I get everything right, but that's how like how overthinky I am about, every word matters. But yeah, for sure. I totally agree.
But I was gonna say, and we talk about ring announce, and I got this question here, Mose. Which one would you rather do forever, ring announcing or commentating?
It's definitely commentating. If you ask me what I do, I look at myself as a commentator. I have ring announced a lot, especially for TWE, especially for KOBK, my own promotions. I've done it for a couple others back in the South, but ring announcing to me, it's that thing where I think you've either got to have that kind of that old timey vibe for it. That is very professional. I think, which I don't think I have that. But or you go the other way, like an MLJ. So my shtick kind of fits because a lot of the South the promotions I have ring announced for, they know Scott Hensley, who of course is very businessman suit, very proper, great guy. So when I do ring announce sometimes back home, it's different. I'll be in a hoodie or whatever, and it's fun. I enjoy riffing with the crowd with it, but definitely I love, like, I know commentary. Like I said, that's the thing. Like, since I was a kid, it was I was thought it was me football or sports commentary, but that's the dream for always.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm the same boat as you. I've done my handful of the ring announcing and the commentating. I still don't know which one I like more because I still get to be. It's so weird when you're like, oh my god, Dewey the hot dog's in a ring. it's,
Yeah.
and I'm just like I bring announced Doctor and acting. I was like, oh, I never thought I'd be doing this shit. It's so much fun though, because I had weapons to play with. I was like, what the fuck? I picked up like a bunch of Halloween weapons. I was like, what is this? It's about to go down here. It's so
Oh
much
yeah,
fun. He's gonna have
it
fun
is.
with it at the end of the day, honestly.
Exactly. Yeah, you just gotta you let your genuine energy come out. That's the crowd's always gonna like that.
100%. And you talked about KOBK. We actually have two fan submitted questions here, Mose, about Kill or Be Killed. I'm going to start with this one. What was some of your favorite matches that you booked for KOBK? And any chance you are running in the future?
Yeah, so the second part I'll answer first. Because of how active I've been commentary and like all the flying and just it's made it tougher to pin down a KOBK date. The bar shut down that we were running in Indianapolis, so that kind of hamstringed us a little bit. But I mean, it's not like I'm against, it's not like we're against running. Open to it. I know we'll run within the next, like, if we don't squeeze a show in this year, I'd be surprised we don't have maybe one or two. But it's just I'm so focused, like commentary, and then Brett is kind of away right now. And Heater's got health stuff, so we've got, shout out quick Big Dave and Sean Campbell tearing it up. I mean, those two young guns, so proud of. Favorite matches. There's some random ones like I love. We did Eric Royal versus Anthony Henry. I love that match. We did Brogan Finley versus Adam Priest. That was kind of one that I think kind
Oh,
of slipped by.
yeah.
Yeah. Uh, a fun one. We were the first time Billy Starks ever used a tube. It was Billy versus Sawyer Wreck at the Cobra
Yup, I
in
remember that
Nashville.
one.
Yeah.
Yup.
All of those are very Tank versus Sean Campbell. Brett Eisen versus Joe Black is very special because of how it came together. So all of them, I mean, obviously every match for those shows means something for some reason, but those all definitely, immediately come to mind.
Absolutely. And then we have this one. I'm very excited to see what the answer is for this one here, Mose. What are the qualifications to join KOBK? And is there anyone?
Oh no.
Oh, that was on my end. Hello.
Okay. Okay.
You're going to learn the Iowa Wi Fi to do this. Oh, it says I'm on. Oh my God. That was scary. It said I had no Wi Fi, but clearly I'm here. So,
You're back.
but yes, I don't know where it cut off, but I'll restate the
I heard what
question.
are the qualifications, and that's where I lost you.
What are the qualifications to join KOBK? And is there anyone currently under the KOBK radar right now?
Great question. It's hard to put in words because it's like an eye test. I don't know. It's there's just something about if you fit in with us because it's not a faction, right? These are people like I talk to these dudes all the time. I've known Brett, gosh, at this point, probably like I don't know, maybe like 9, 10 years almost. I mean, within
Holy,
yeah, we're almost a decade in. And I'm talking to Brett just about every single day about movies. This that. So it's really of like if you fit in with us in the locker room or it's a absolutely 1,000,000% a vibe thing. Obviously, Big Dave was the newest member. Shout out Big Dave, and
I
he
will
was
be
one.
having him on soon. I can't
Good,
wait.
yes, please, yes. Shout out Big Dave since '99, and he was one that I think he'll be okay with me saying this, but there was a moment when even after we didn't really extend the hand when we kind of put him in the group at that show. He had no idea, like he had no clue what was happening. He thought he legit told us he thought he'd done something wrong or whatever. Like we may be about to like legit beat him up, and he was like, "I'm about to fight my friends." I thought, um, but he didn't even really. He goes, "I didn't really 100% know if what how I fit in the KOBK," and then it clicked with him when it. I think I don't remember the exact batch or whatever, but it was that moment. But it's like you're saying, you just know. As far as someone like I will say there's no one really in discussion right now. We're always keeping an eye out. Of course, I could say a couple names of people that I think would fit, but it's one of those that I guess it's like 7-Eleven. Like we may not always be doing business, but we're always open.
That is a perfect way to put that. I love that, Mose. And we talk about KOBK, and I gotta know, Mose, who is on your pro wrestling tag team Rushmore?
Oh man, this is a great question. All-time tag team. So I gotta say Young Bucks right away. That might be a controversial take, but for me, they were a big part of me getting back and falling back in love with wrestling. Was like, Young Bucks and Kenny and like that whole New Japan run. So for me, I think the Bucks are on it for me. I would probably definitely say the Hardys for my. I'm 35, so like late '90s Hardys. That was a big moment for me. I would say, ooh, I'm gonna say Road Warriors out of respect because I think even though again, I got the tail end of the Road Warriors, like LOD 2000 was still cool to me. So that's with their run. I would say that at three, and then the last team, man, there's so many that I want to put on. I'm gonna say, oh god, oh god, oh god. I'm gonna say the Eliminators because their
Oh,
offense
hell yeah!
absolutely ruled.
A little Cronus and I love anything Perry
Yes.
Saturn. He is so good.
If you'd have let me sit for another minute, I could have gave you, but like I feel like right, the offense alone, yes, like I'll take those four.
Oh yeah, that's a great lineup. And Mose, I don't think you know the rule of Superstar Spotlight. When Jeff the Cat is here, he gets
Okay,
to pick the next question.
let's
And
go,
he
Jeff.
is chosen the greatest co-host. He never does me wrong. uh, But Jeff the Cat wants to know, Mose, I cannot believe he picked this one. My goodness. Who is on your dream blunt rotation? You have up to 4 people.
Okay. I'm gonna go
Good
Ruckus.
question, Jeff.
Yeah, great question. I'm gonna go Ruckus because Ruckus is heavily on my mind right now. I was hoping to meet Ruckus tonight, crushed up. So I would say Ruckus. I would say Kevin Nash, like when he was like back in the day, really, you know what I'm saying? Like really looking to shoot on some people, like give me that
Oh,
guy.
yeah.
I will happily take RVD because I think that's just again ECW love for me. That'd be a really good get. Finally, man, again, there's so many that would just fit for so many fun reasons. I'm gonna go. I don't even know. I don't even. He probably doesn't even do this, but I want Osprey in there just so I can be like,
You might
yo,
be surprised. I didn't think Finn Balor smoked weed, but then I
yes.
saw that fucking report earlier today, and I was like, oh my god, let's go.
That's a great point. Finn would have been. I'm gonna say Osprey just because I would love to. I'd have some questions right about. Can we do this? The physics of human beings doing this move. Can we do
Oh
it? And I want to hear
yeah,
what he thinks.
I love that. That's how I am too. I'd pick some of the most random people just to pick their brains. Like, I would love to smoke with Nick Gage again just to pick his brains some more. He's someone I love chatting with him stoned. Like,
Yes.
he is someone that I've randomly been in so many blunt rotations with at shows.
Can, can I
And
tell a
I
quick?
just am always chopping it up with him.
No, let me. Can I tell a real quick Nick Gage story? Uh,
Absolutely.
okay, I love. So Nick Gage rode with us from Charlotte to Atlanta. This is a GCW loop a few, I don't know, 3 or 4 years ago. Um, and we go to Sonic because everything's closed, right? Well, Sonic's open, and Nick Gage had never heard of Sonic because they don't have them a ton up north. So Gage is like, "Yo, what do they got?" And we tell him kind of like diner food or whatever, kind of a lot. And he was like, "Yo, I want a." He wanted like a Reese's Blast, and we're
Oh,
like,
I those recently. Very delicious.
"Exactly." I was like, "That's a goat move. Like, you don't even really know what you're ordering, but you just." He looked at the menu, decided, right? So we get our food. Gage is enjoying, as anyone would, this Sonic Blast, and they took their card. They took our card to pay. It was like right before they closed, and they don't come back for a couple minutes, bro. And I'll never forget. It's my wife Haley's driving. Gage is in the front seat. Me, Jordan Oliver, and Brett Eisen are in the back seat. And Gage looks at Haley and he
Fucking
goes,
carload.
"Yeah, right." I mean, yeah, and we were just having just goofing. And Gage, he puts his spoon in his, and he goes, "They bring your card back?" And Haley's eating. She goes, "No, not yet. I mean, they probably will though. Like they're gonna." And Gage looks at her again and he goes, "You want me to go get it?" And we're all like, it took like, oh my god, I wanted to laugh so hard. And she's like, "No, I mean, they'll probably," and they do bring it back. But he had made his mind up. He's like, "I'm gonna go get your card if they don't like,
Oh
I'll get it right
yeah.
now." The
My
goat.
imagine seeing that. Hey, you got my debit, you got my credit card in here, and then freaking angry, all freaking
Yo,
with a Reese's blast all over his face. Oh my god, I could see that right now. Oh,
it was
that
awesome.
is freaking amazing.
It was awesome, man.
Nick Cage is a one of a kind, fantastic human being.
Just
Shout out
the best guy. Yeah,
the
for
god of
real.
this shit,
The goat
MDK KOBK, all effing day. And we
forever.
got more questions here, Mose. We also got this one I love asking. What are some of your favorite matches that you've commentated so far?
Oh God. I anything kind of with like Adam Priest, Anthony Henry for Action Wrestling. That's really special for a lot of just like the history of those guys in the South. And uh, I've known Priest for a minute now. Been lucky enough to kind of like call a lot of his stuff. So anything with them is special. Obviously, anything with KOBK. Anything with Brett Eisen, like to have my voice on a lot of Brett's matches. That's really special to me. Sean Campbell this last year, I mean, his last 6 months, Sean's really like he's lost some weight. He's in great shape. He's really kind of refocused. Thing about Sean is, I think he's 23 or 24. He's been wrestling damn near 10 years.
How are
So
half these motherfuckers the same age as me? Good God.
yeah, I mean,
Craziness. Me and
young
Hardcore
guns.
Hillbilly are the same age, and I still have to like mentally process that every day.
Same, yeah. Shout out Hillbilly. I do. When I
I
realized
love
Hillbilly
them.
was that. Oh yeah, there's nobody like Dad Gum, bro. Dad Gum. When I realized Hillbilly was that young, though, I did. I'm like, you young guns, bro. You don't realize, like, yeah, so much, like, yeah, so much ahead of you.
It's crazy.
It is, man. It is. And that's something that's been cool for me to like to bring up Jaden again. Jaden's still a couple years away from 30, but like he's in wrestling for I don't know 11 years. You know what I mean? Like it's crazy the wear and tear and the miles and all that. I mean, these they're not 27 or 24. They're 40 because of all the miles. So it's a weird dynamic in this business for sure.
Oh, 100%. And now we're gonna do it. My favorite part of this podcast. We're gonna go absolutely left field with some questions here. I gotta know, Mose, what is your favorite kind of sandwich?
I'm actually a big pastrami. I'm a big pastrami guy. Or just like give me like a good Black Forest ham and like a Colby Jack cheese. I'm pretty basic.
I love that. Nice, nice and delicious. I also got this one. How long you been traveling all up and down the road for? Mose?
Really heavily since probably 20 um I mean 2018 I picked up heavy in the southeast, but then just like hitting it kind of everywhere. Let's say probably since yeah 2020, like really since 2020. I mean just kind of that I'll go anywhere you throw at me any an opportunity for almost it'll be 6 years this summer.
Hell yeah. Well, 6 years going all up and down the road and in the air. I gotta know. What's your favorite on the road snack and beverage combo? What are some of your on the road necessities that you always have on you?
So as of late, shout out Ash for GCW production. I'm on these like I think they're like airhead. They're kind of like little like red vines or whatever. They're like long sticks. Maybe they aren't here. Maybe they are. Anyway, they're definitely like that sugary airhead kind of candy. Maybe oh, you know what? They're sweet tart ropes. I think they're sweet tart ropes is what they are. Baller,
Okay.
absolutely baller.
Okay.
I never tried them, and then I was starving, bro. I'd like oh, I was so ripped, and the show was almost over, and I was so hungry, and it was like the greatest candy ever. So like give me that with like here lately I'm back on Pepsi. I'm enjoying I'm trying to cut back on I'm doing more water, I'll be 36 in May. So I'm trying to do more water. But a Pepsi with like or if we're talking like a chip game, give me like a good like a honey barbecue or like a hot barbecue with maybe like a cherry coke. Come on.
Oh, hell yeah.
Come
That
on.
is knocking out of the ballpark right there.
Living.
And then I got this question here. Mose, what is your cookout order?
Oh, it is.
For the
I
ones who don't
go
know, also, please explain what is for someone who's like me, what is cookout?
So cookout is absolute best bang for your buck. Like fast food diner again, like kind of that diner style. We're talking hot dogs, hamburgers. I think they have corn dogs, chili cheese fries, that kind of vibe. But you can it's still somewhere you can get a tray. You can get all this food and a big drink for very reasonable. I do. It's a spicy chicken sandwich, plain. I'm not a big lettuce guy. Spicy chicken sandwich, and then I have hush puppies and or cheese like cheese bites, bro. They're like these little Wisconsin like cheese fried cheese little nugget things that
Oh,
are
the cheese curds.
yeah, the cheese like give me those with either a spicy chicken sandwich or if I'm feeling like if we've just had a great show, we're feeling great after the show. I may do like the chili and coleslaw hot dog and really Really may have heartburn the next day, but we're living.
You monster. I love
Yes.
as much as that'll sound like a cannibalism coming from me, that sounds delicious.
I'm sorry. Yeah, that's how honest I am with you. I hate to say it.
Listen, sometimes when I hear what people put on there, like I just learned recently there's a bagel hot dog and people are
Oh,
putting
wow.
cream cheese on it and everything bagel season. I'm like, listen, there's some days where I would commit a cannibalism for a good cause. Cause I need to try that for the science.
I think that's the Seattle way for a hot dog, I think, is cream cheese and, like, fried onions. So, it's
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
I might that sounds intriguing. But we also got this to wrap up some of the food questions. Mose, what is your perfect pizza?
Perfect pizza. Honest answer is probably just gonna be a, like, perfect cheese pizza. I know it's, again, like, very Kevin McAllister, plain Jane to me, but there's a there's a pizza place back home in East Nashville that does just this amazing cheese pizza. If we're feeling like a little, if I got to give you a little more than just a golden cheese pizza, I'm pretty like heavy on a good barbecue chicken. Again, kind of crazy, not all the time, but just to give you the adventurous side of me, like I'll take a kind of a crazy like barbecue base with some good grilled chicken. Like, let's go.
Hell yeah, maybe throw some onions on there, maybe a little
Yes,
pepper,
yes, yeah. Let's see.
spice it
I
up.
I actually did have I had basically it was like Italian beef sandwich pizza in Michigan. So it was like the peppers and like the beef on a pizza. It was awesome.
Someone today, I make pizzas for a living, so that's why I always ask that question. Someone today though ordered a chicken Alfredo Hawaiian pizza
Oh,
with onions, and I was like,
oh
oh
wow.
my good. Some people got some taste buds.
That's
Like
a
that's
lot.
much. Like, yeah, that's what everyone was looking at it. They're like, the fuck am I? I was like, I'm
Oh,
saying the same thing. It's crazy. Some of these pizzas I make, Mose, are insane.
I firmly believe it. I had a buddy that worked at Chili's when I was in college, and the things he said people order, I'm like, what are we doing?
Oh yeah, the food industry is a crazy, crazy place. But Mose, we got 5 questions left on the board. I gotta know
Okay.
what has been the most gratifying moment of your career so far in the wrestling industry.
Uh, Gross gratifying moment. It's probably easy to say the Dean show at the ECW arena. That was super stressful day, but that did feel very, of course, special. That was a moment that still doesn't. It feels crazy to say happened. Another one probably would be doing homecoming for GCW. Both days I did quite a bit. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't like I did like a match here or there. Both and I did well. Like I'm really hard on myself, but I did well that weekend. Obviously, that's why they keep bringing me back. But both of those, for a lot of reasons, really really hold up for me.
Well, hell yeah! I was gonna say nothing beats those like key moments. And as a young commentator, I got to call a Matt Tremont match. I
Yes,
got to call a tournament finals. I got to call a rumble. I was like, it's the little check marks in life, and then they want you to come back to do more. And it's just like it's that special feeling. It's so makes the heart warm.
yeah. Shout out Matt
But
Tremont,
oh my god, yes. Shout out. That is one thing me and Mose can actually both say. We commentated for H2O, and
bro,
we both commentated on the same show, but not with each other.
but not with each
Sad.
other. Yeah,
One
yeah.
day
That's
though,
one
that
day.
would be a
Yeah, that
fun
was
one.
a lot of fun for sure.
Absolutely. I always say I'm like, give me every like good commentator for me to work with to get me better.
And
Because
I'm the
I worked at Peapod,
oh
and that
yeah.
was a very fun time. Shout
Oh
out
yeah.
CJ Owen, Peapod.
Yeah, dude. I'm the same way. I love working with younger kind of commentators because I love like the one or two things. I'm definitely not one that'll like, here's a million things. Like I try to give you one or two things you did really well and one or two things to work on. And I love one of those things to maybe be something you hadn't thought about. And you go, oh, okay. Like I love that moment when it's like, oh, you're totally right. That is something. So yeah, I love that from the other side of it.
And that's something I learned with Matt too, because he gave me a lot of good pointers, and I was like, I'm gonna take this info, swallow it, and take it with me to everywhere else I go, and I certainly did. And it's gotten me to some cool places, so big time, as we said again. And shout out Matt Tremont, the bulldozer, the freaking man. But Mose, I gotta know, we'll keep the questions rolling. Any cool interests outside of pro wrestling? Oh,
I love movies like outside of wrestling. That's my other like my degree, like that's what I went to school to do, was like I did film. I had like one of the films we did made it in this film festival, so I got to see a film I helped direct, like on the big screen. That was really really cool. But it's like, yeah, I love, like I have a million. I'm a physical media guy, so I've got like a million movies, like Blu-rays, 4K. I just picked up a couple of new things before we got snowed in. So yeah, outside of I'm a sport guy too. So like if you're ever at a show and you want to chit chat with me, if it's movies or if it's like college football or football, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm such a sports head. Please, please, I will talk to you all day.
I gotta know then, Mose, who's gonna win the Super Bowl? I don't know when
You,
this is gonna drop, so
Yeah, no, I was about to say you're the second person that asked me that today, and like Vegas and everybody's saying Seattle, which makes me think like, is Mike Vrabel and New England going to do it? If you made me bet on it, I'd bet Seattle because their defense. And as a Titan fan, it's going to kill me a little bit if Mike Vrabel wins the Super Bowl. So I will say Seattle. And shout out to A. Scott Eric Royal, big Seahawk guy.
well, there you go. There's the Super Bowl prediction from Mose right there. And you talk about movies, that brings me to this question, and I'm gonna change it up because you're a big movie head. Mose, give me your top 10 movies of all time.
Oh man, easy top four are Goodfellas, Pulp Fiction, The Godfather, or excuse me, Heat, and Back to the Future. Let's have Godfather. Let's have Jaws. Let's have a fun kind of give me, since we're doing, yeah, top 10, I'm gonna say top 10 faves. Give me like a super bad just for the LOLs of it. I'll
I'm loving
take,
this.
yes. I mean, I gotta love Superbad. Give me Dark Knight for rewatchable. Just great. Again, it kind of goes in with Heat, but still, two more just bangers. Um, I would say Godfather 2, but I've already got Godfather. They're both so good. I'll say, oh man, I haven't had any animated movies. I just realized that. That's kind of nuts. I'll take a Toy Story 1. That's a big movie
Okay.
for me. That's a huge movie for me. And you know what? I will do Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Newer Quentin Tarantino,
Hell
but
yeah.
big rewatchable. Huge rewatchable. I don't know if I said Pulp Fiction, but Pulp Fiction is definitely in there
You
too.
did,
So
yep. That's in your top
okay.
four. You
Okay,
said
yeah, let's
that
say,
one.
yeah. I'm sorry. I listened to a podcast about Pulp Fiction earlier today, so it's heavy on the mind. But yeah, give me those top 10, and I'd be so happy.
Oh, hell yeah. No, I fuck with some Pulp Fiction. That's a
Oh,
fantastic movie.
so
But
good.
now we very good. One of also my personal rewatchables, I love me some Breakfast Club. That movie, Chef's Kiss.
Yes,
So good.
I love John Hughes.
So good for the time. Same. But now we go from movies to music, Mo's second to last question. If you could book your dream concert lineup, 3 to 4 bands or artists, you got access to anybody, what would the lineup be?
Oh man. If only using living artists, I'll go.
Oh, you got anybody, like dead or
Okay,
alive.
Okay, dead or alive. This will be a crazy lineup. I'm gonna open the show with Suicide Boys. Gonna give them, let's give them like a good 20-30 minute set. So because their songs, that's like 30 songs for them. So that's fire for me.
Literally.
Yeah. Let's open with Suicide Boys. Let's go then to Juice World. Actually, no. Let's go from Suicide Boys to Zach Bryan. I'm a huge Zach Bryan guy. I've seen him live a few times. I've seen Suicide Boys a few times. So those two are like I love those two live. And then we're gonna close the show down with Juice World. Just energy.
Oh, yes. Beautiful. Well, Mose, we're down to the last question, the final question, my favorite question. Mose, the deathmatch community has to know, what is your favorite kind of soup?
My favorite soup is lasagna soup. My wife Haley makes a lasagna soup that is just, you make a pot of it. Like I'm eating all of it if I can.
Oh, yeah. That's how I feel about Mama Hot Dog's chicken corn chowder. Oh,
Oh, buddy,
delicious. Thinking
sign
about
me
that
up,
soup makes my mouth water. That's something I gotta start. I gotta start bringing courts to shows and just
bro.
start Mama Hot Dog's famous in-house soups. That would be cool. But Mose, this is the part we talk soup. I put you on the spotlight. Plug your social medias. Where can we see Mose commentating? All that good stuff. Merch plug.
You can find me on my social media for the most part is Mose KOBK MOSE KOBK. Sadly, I'm off this weekend. I'm supposed to be unthawed and out of Kansas by like Monday or whenever the time of this. It's a couple of days from now. I'll be out of Kansas and back home because my next show's GCW in Los Angeles on that would be Valentine's Day. So 214, I think, and then 215 is GCW in Mesa, Arizona. The next shows after that will be in Rochester and Hartford for GCW, and I'm on that GCW Louisville, Columbus, Ohio, and Chicago, Illinois. So basically, all of February, March, catch me with GCW. Most KOBK. Thank you so much for having me.
Well, hell yeah. I was about to say, is there anything you want to tell the fans before we sign it off here?
Hey, anyone from the bottom of my heart, if this is your first time hearing from me, and keep up, I really appreciate it. If you've listened to me and said a nice thing or thought a nice thing, thank you so much. Um, it doesn't lost on me how special and blessed I am to kind of have a job like this and get to do what I do, especially for a company and for a brand like GCW right now and all other brands, Action Wrestling, TWE that I work for. So I want to thank the fans. Any one person out there, or how many ever. Thank you so much for any way you've helped me get where I am because I'm living my dream for real.
Well, hell yeah. I love that. That's a perfect way to end it, Mose. And I'll do it like I always do it. For fucking Mose, I'm Dewey the Hot Dog. Deathmatch United, soups, death matches, and all good things in between. KOBK. And I'll